Hello and welcome to the history of movie theaters for New Orleans for 1920 to 1939. (1920). These theaters opened in 1920. 1921. The Dreamland Theater opened. 1922. The Crown Theater opens. These theaters were opened by 1922. These theaters closed in 1922. 1923. The Gaiety Theater opens. The Alamo Theater is opened by Senger Theaters. The Ideal Theater in Ponchatoula opens. The Casino and Magic Theaters closes. 1924. The Orpheum Theater is taken over by Senger Theaters. The Napoleon Theater is opened by Senger Theaters. The Cortez and Piety Theaters also opened in 1924. 1925. These theaters closed in 1925. 1926. The Loews State Theater opens on April 3rd as one of the leading theaters in New Orleans. The Tivoli Theater opens on May 28th featuring auto parking. The Famous Theater is rebuilt. The Granada Theater is opened by Senger Theater. 1927. The Senger Theater opens on February 4th. The Newcomb Theater opens. The Arcade Theater in Slidell opens. The Poland Theater closes. 1930. The Peacock Theater opens. The Lincoln Theater is opened for the Afro-Americans. The Roxy Theater opens. The Cosmopolitan and Ivy Theaters closes. 1931. The Casino Theater opens. The Garden Theater opens. The Tulane Theater closes. 1932. The Bijou Theater opens. The Jefferson Theater opens. 1933. The Laurel Theater opens. The Plaza Theater opens. The Jefferson Theater closes. 1934. The Dauphine Theater closes. The Wonderland Theater closes. 1935. The St. Maurice Theater closes. 1936. The Center Theater opens on October 23rd. The Town Theater opens. The Plaza Theater closes. (1937). The Fiorito's Dream Theater is renamed Joy on June 6. The Metri Theater opened on July 14 by United Theatres. The Regent Theater opened. The Strand becomes the Joy Strand. The Capitol and Washington Theater closes. 1938. United Theatres opened the Clabin Theater on December 25. The Avenue Theater is renamed Best. The Regent Theater closes. 1939. The Circle Theater opens on September 27. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.